Alright, so let's just try to do this. I have a few decks. Yeah, I think I'll do red. Red sounds good, because I have a lot of red cards as well. And let's just try to use the least cost um, per turn deck. Alright, this hand, not so great. I need to mulligan. That's better. Even though I don't get necessarily a good collection, I think I can start grabbing some positions. And that card there is really strong, I believe. I actually really like it. We'll see if I can play this. Yeah, there we go. And the card that I just drew is even stronger. So we will see if I can actually get it played. This red mission seems like they accelerate the, well, obviously it's red, right? So they accelerate mountains quicker, which means I have to start grabbing more positions and also try to ramp up. Should I want to do this? Yeah, I should. Do I do anything else? I guess I could, but yeah, let's just do it. Because I need something strong to fight against something. Because he's rushing towards my hero. And I need something to deal with. Possibly something. So, with that buff there, I can handle quite a bit of things. Can't wait to play that card. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just do regular, grab some positions. Yeah. Continue to buff that guy. Try to keep him alive as he defends my base. Yeah, my base as in my territory. It's okay. It's not too bad. Alright. Yeah, I really like that card. Well, I need to start putting out more. So I guess I'll just make this really strong. So that I can actually draw more cards. Yeah, I'm just checking on how many do I really need and which positions I want to start him. So I need to place my mountains in a certain order and in certain spots. Alright, more cards, and finally it got taken down. But I gained like 4 cards from it, if not more. I think it's 4. So now I have to refill my board. I have to conserve some Faeria, but I definitely want to secure more uh, territory, as well as try to start uh, gaining Faeria for my champion. So we will see. And that's okay. Yeah, let's just start buffing. I really need to start trading properly and making sure that I have control of the board, because my cards in hand cost a lot, and I mean, I understand that I have very little Faeria right now, so I need to extend my lead whenever I can. Alright. I still can't play that, so probably have to save up for that. But let's grab more positions. It's almost like checkers. You want to have 2x2 so that they can protect each other or attack at the same time. Alright. So after this turn, I really need to just try to get that champion down. I know I've been spending, but I really needed some board presence. And I know that was a really weird placement, but I had to do it there, so that I can protect my guys better. And I'll just get the Faeria instead of doing anything else. Yep, there we go. Now I can play him. So this is the time for him. I'm just thinking of where I want to put him, and I believe I want to put him there so that I can actually take that Faeria next. That's fine. I can use my hero as taunt basically. Just take the hit first. I will have multiple creatures coming, and that guy can be really strong. So all I have to do is just hopefully he cannot clear this guy. And then I can do enough damage to him with it alone. I know it's a bit of a reliance, but in a sense that I got to draw him early, and then that I could finally play him, it's good in the sense that my opponent doesn't have any creatures out, so which means I can just play 1-for-1 and buff it straight up. And as you can see, my deck list is actually really limited. Thank you very much. My deck list is very limited because I actually only got the booster packs and I didn't actually purchase the full collection. And so this is an experimental deck, but it has a few reliances, like the other card that when he combats, you draw a card, which is nice. You want card draw in your deck. And earlier, it was a good way to draw 4 cards with 1 card. I mean, over time, you draw 4 cards. That's pretty good. Now, it's all about positioning here, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to get attacked from now on. So, I'm just going to start playing this like chess now instead of checkers, because in the beginning, you play like checkers, where you would try to position yourself to have 2x2 attackable spots. Whereas now you play like chess, to where you would plant your creatures so that they can both attack the same guy, since you prepared for it earlier with the checkers style of play. And last turn I could have given the center guy an extra buff. Oh well. I was thinking that I didn't want to spend the mana, I mean the Faeria, but I ended up having access this turn, so which means last turn I could have done it. But it's fine. That minor misplay did not cost me anything because my opponent is controlled. But my opponent does have a lot of mountains. I mean, after all, it is a red mission, so you can safely assume that my opponent will have the ability and the power to accelerate mountains like crazy. But I think this game is mine to take because I can just keep buffing my guy, and I can just keep moving forward as long as I know I can protect and secure the spots to where my opponent cannot summon creatures fast enough to race against me when I'm ahead. But at the same time, there's no way he can fight my creatures. It's very, very unlikely. So I'm just gonna buff the guy that I didn't buff last time with my summon. It's almost like a pint-sized summoner, but it basically gives a buff for things you summon instead of it costing less. So here I'm just gonna start grabbing more Faeria, and I know I do it in the wrong order, but in a sense that I just need extra Faeria per turn, more or less, to try to drop more creatures down as quickly as possible, just in case that for some odd reason that I would lose my big champion, that I have enough board presence to where I wouldn't lose. So since I've moved forward with that previous one, I'm going to start placing things in front of my hero so I basically won't get hit. And now I just make sure I control my positions, that they basically have to work around my guys. And I'll just keep, yeah, because I have my opponent starved as well, so it's actually an advantage if I can accelerate my Faeria gain. I mean, after all, I'm collecting at least 2 now, so that's enough. I could have more, but the left side is not very advantageous for me to push. I have this game now, but I'm just playing it out as practice because this is my first solo mission. I started yesterday or earlier this morning, but it was pretty late, so I called it yesterday, but it is still today. Just gonna play it out, think of how I want to position myself in terms of advantage, protection. I mean, it is just like moving chess pieces, you know, you need to like move forward, and now it's time to win. Exactly so. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't do a lot of analysis, but I did have board control there, which is a cool thing to do in this game. It is very positional. Thank you. Have a nice day.